Primetime local news, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Hello and welcome to Primetime Local News. My name is Thomas Wildman and thank you for joining us. One person was killed in a crash involving a semi-truck and car on Highway 16 near Kitscoty last night. It happened just before 9 p.m. and the highway was temporarily closed while emergency crews attended the scene. RCMP say the driver of the car, a 29-year-old man from Vermilion, was killed. No other information is being released at this time. Lloydminster City Council is moving forward on an expensive project for repairs to the city's wastewater center. To combat these costs, the city is applying for a grant from the province of Alberta. The Alberta Municipal Water/Wastewater Partnership is a grant from the province to alleviate municipalities financially on the respective wastewater centers. Lloydminster is looking to capitalize on this, needing more work done for their location.
Administration brought forward an application which is up to 50% of the funding of a project, and they saw work that needs to be done at the water clarifier, the water treatment plant. We've been doing upgrades continuously to a 1980s facility, and we ensure that it's going to have more longevity, and this work needs to be done.
Lloydminster is competing with other Alberta municipalities under a 45,000 resident population for the grant money. The project is expected to cost roughly $1.5 million.
Another area that needs a little bit of work, the clarifier, and from that perspective we've applied for a grant as well, again from that program that was outlined earlier, that will hopefully assist us. And we'll just wait patiently and see if we are successful with that grant application.
An arm wrestling invitational will take place this weekend in Lloyd. Arlene Hoffert has more on the exciting event.
The annual Border Rivals Supermatch Invitational is back in Lloydminster for its third year. The event will feature more than 20 arm wrestlers from both sides of the border competing in best-of-5 matches with one another.
We have 19 matches with, I believe it's 21 athletes coming from across Alberta and Saskatchewan. So we have people from Estevan, Calgary, Edmonton, all over the place coming for this. So what it'll be is it'll be 19 matches. Right and left arm, depending on which way that the pullers choose to go. Some people only pull right, some people only pull left, some people do both. And then it'll be a best of 5.
Training for an event like Border Rivals 3 is no walk in the park. Event promoter Travis Robertson's training changes every 2 weeks, with him switching between heavy and light exercises, as well as the number of reps per exercise.
My training is usually 5 days a week, and I'll do 2 weeks of heavy training, so everything between 6 and 8 reps. And then I'll do 2 weeks of light training, which is 25 to 30 reps, depending on movements. And then coming into competition like this, I'll taper it off, and I'll just do a week of just light volume between 50 and 30 reps, lots of band work and that kind of stuff.
Robertson says events like Border Rivals 3 are a great way to promote arm wrestling as a serious sport rather than just an amateur competition. He encourages anyone who has not seen professional arm wrestling to come out and take in the event.
For anybody that's interested in the sport or just, wants some entertainment, come check it out. The sport is great. I know it's kind of a niche thing that a lot of people don't know much about or think it's a barroom kind of style thing or anything like that, but it's a real sport and it's growing and the community is awesome and the people are awesome. If you guys want to come see a great event with great competition and really learn something about the sport, come check us out.
The Border Rivals 3 Supermatch Invitational will be taking place this Saturday at the Canadian Brewhouse. Here's my tryout for next year. Lane Hoffert, Primetime Local News.
It's time now for a retrospect. Here is Nick Hott.
This week on Retrospect, we travel back to 1993 for a look into the Gift of Christmas charity event.
Christmas now less than 2 weeks away, one can feel the holiday spirit throughout the city. It's a time of the season when people come together and share in the festivities and goodwill towards man. And once again this year, McDonald's and CKSA are doing their part to make sure that children in Lloydminster have gifts under the tree.
13th annual Gift of Christmas well underway. Hey, not many more sleeps left until Monday when we begin delivery. So this weekend when you're out shopping, one extra toy, a game, a gift, drop it off at McDonald's in Lloydminster or at our studios downtown. With the help of the Salvation Army, we'll see that all the kids have a great Christmas from the one and only Country 108.
Program director at CKSA Radio, Pat Thomas, has been helping out with the Gift of Christmas now for 8 years and knows it takes a group effort to make sure Christmas will be a joyous occasion for everyone. But he doesn't mind the hard work that's involved.
Our entire staff gets in on it, from Jeanette, our receptionist, hardest working woman in show business, right down to all the announcers, everybody on the day that we start the delivery, which traditionally it snows, an unbelievable amount on that day. Always up to our knees in snow, and 8 or 10 staff members, and we get behind it, and away we go. And we put in some long hours, and we have a good time because we get to go to people's houses and make them happy. Everybody should have a job like that.
It's been a job that CKSA employee Jeanette Garrett has helped out with for the last number of years. When she finds time, she's busy making sure that all the gifts get wrapped. The same commitment can be seen at McDonald's, as every spare moment employees can find is well utilized. The opportunity to reach out and help those who are less fortunate than themselves puts the entire staff into the holiday spirit.
I think it makes everybody feel good, gets them in the Christmas spirit, knowing they're helping out families, that are less fortunate than themselves. So like I say, everybody gets into it, everybody's happy to do it, and just adds to Christmas.
The gifts are piled up at McDonald's the same as at CKSA, just waiting to get delivered. And as one of the original founders of the Gift of Christmas explains, the feeling that he gets on Christmas morning is one that the entire city can be proud of.
Great, as well as all the staff and everybody that participates in it makes them feel great. It's a big project, and like I said, it gets bigger every year, but it's a well worthwhile project, and people always get behind us on it. And at times when we think we're not going to have enough, the last minute seems to come through, and we make it.
Jim Unger, NewsHour.
Next, we travel forward to 1999 for a look into a smoking prevention display referred to as Lifestyle Tunnel.
When you walk into the Border Credit Union in the Atrium Center in Lloydminster, the things you'll expect to find include bank machines and bank tellers. But over the next 2 days, expect to see something else totally out of the ordinary.
They call it a lifestyle tunnel. And you can hang things. This is all Velcro here.
This is what's capturing all the attention. A 12-foot-long walk-through display shaped like a cigarette.
The Health District has recently purchased this tunnel, which is a tunnel that you're meant to walk through, and there's information stuck to the walls of it to tell you about what can happen if you smoke, and clean air environment things, and any number of things can be promoted through those tunnels.
Smoking is not only bad for people, it's bad for the facility.
The display could not have been a better fit for GM Jeff Mulligan, as the Atrium building has recently declared itself smoke-free.
I wanted the members who own the facility and own the building to be more interactive and more active with the membership. So charities and business members have an opportunity to display their wares here at the credit union just by simply booking a time.
As for the tunnel itself, there's been plenty of interesting feedback from the public. Excuse me, sir, what do you think of the signs here?
Well, I'm just checking this all out here. This is going to get a little grody. I heard there were some really interesting signs here. My wife smokes like a chimney, so...
What's your first reaction when you see this?
That's scary stuff.
Lots of them first with caution, and then certainly as they walk through, notice the posters and actually very positive comments from people, and at the same time have stopped to ask us about the foundation, and I really appreciate that.
Never have, never will.
This is probably good cause not to, some of these posters. People can filter through the display until July 30th. Brian Mudrick, NewsHour.
And that's all for this week of Retrospect.
Retrospect is brought to you by Webb's Machinery. Find New Holland products at Webb's Machinery, your dealer in Vermilion, Vegreville, Lamont, Wainwright, St. Paul, and Consulate.
And we'll have more primetime local news after the break. The Lakeland Wrestlers volleyball teams had an early Christmas celebration for their final games of the first semester, and I got the opportunity to watch these great games.
Placed hit, Yorkus is there, and Tolman
continuing to show why he's one of the best outside hitters. The Lakeland Rustlers volleyball teams were hoping to finish out the first semester strong when they took on the Briarcrest Clippers. First up was the women's match, and they once again dominated and cruised to another 3-set sweep victory and finished out 2024 undefeated.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable first semester, which is always fun. And I think that we're going to keep working towards just bettering our defensive systems and then having good serve and serve receive.
Next up was the men's game. The first 2 sets were tight, but the Rustlers were able to grab the narrow victory. Then in the 3rd set, the Clippers had a huge comeback and forced a 4th set. But the Rustlers settled down again and came away with the victory, winning 3-1 to improve to 7-2 on the season.
I thought we sided out really well that game. Everyone played up to their potential that game, I thought. Just a great finish to the year. Yeah, just, it's a marathon the whole season, and we're just building up, getting better each day. I thought our serving really improved throughout the first semester. That's really kept us in control of the games here.
The men's team currently sits 2nd in the ACAC North standings, which will set them up for success for the championships, which will be hosted in their own gym.
The prep begins for conference championships, which we're hosting at the end of February, so couldn't be more excited for that. And obviously right now we're doing a great job of earning our spot to be there, so we'd love to see the big support that we've had so far this semester. Like the fans and the crowds have been absolutely tremendous here, best in the conference by far.
The Rustlers' next matchup will be on January 17th when they host the Concordia Thunder. Thomas Wildman, Primetime, Local News. The Lloydminster Region Health Foundation is hosting its Dodge for a Cause event tomorrow. Stacey Comer has more on what is planned and how you can donate.
Well, it's going to be a very exciting day tomorrow here in Lloydminster as Dodge for a Cause is happening once again. It's a fundraiser for the Lloydminster Region Health Foundation. Joining me right now is the CEO, Stephanie Monroe, and Kat Pollard from Events and Marketing. Thank you, ladies, for joining me today.
Thanks so much for having us, Stacey.
Well, I know this is a very busy day for you getting everything set up. So let's start out. If if somebody doesn't know exactly what this is about, tell me what Dodge for a Cause is.
Yeah, so this is our 3rd year doing this, iteration of our live stream. This is our 6th annual Gift to Health live stream. And it started, 6 years ago with, we've had people running on treadmills. We've had different radio, just a live stream with a radio broadcast. So this is what we're doing this year is the 3rd year of a dodgeball tournament. So we've got 18 teams, which are coming down to the Hoop Factory in Lloydminster and going to battle it out and play dodgeball for 12 hours. And we're going to crown a winner at the end of the live stream.
Now, they are all doing their part to raise money, but other people can make donations as well. So how do they do that tomorrow?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can donate at all. You can come down to the Hoop Factory. We encourage people to come down and watch live in person. We've got some bleachers set up so you can make a donation right on site. We'll have a credit card, cash, check. We'll accept any of that. Or you can just go online at any time throughout the day. You can go to our website at lrhf.ca/donate. And there's just a drop-down menu to donate to that. We've also got a team donate page through Just Giving. So if you go to justgiving.com and type in Dodge for a Cause, you can find all of our teams if you want to donate directly to one of the teams.
So what time does everything kick off tomorrow and what time does it wrap up?
So everything is going to, oh yeah, go ahead, Steph.
So our first game is at 9 o'clock. We'll do our land acknowledgement and a little bit of a launch right before that. But the first game heads off right at 9, and we have an amazing team between Kat and Brenda and the rest of everybody at LRHF who has done an amazing job. We're pretty much down to the minute with everything. They ran very smoothly last year, and it will end right at 9 p.m. tomorrow evening.
And Stephanie, the money that is raised in this tomorrow, is it earmarked for anything specific?
So it will go to our greatest needs, which allows us to be able to purchase equipment for the hospital or for the community, wherever that is, that healthcare enhancement piece. For tomorrow, some of the equipment that we will be purchasing with the funds raised are fetal heart rate monitors for the maternity ward, as well as panda warmers for the maternity ward, and some air mattresses as well for the 3rd floor the hospital, just for those people with limited mobility, helps reduce the ability for bed sores and much more. So yeah, definitely looking forward to tomorrow and for the greatest needs as well.
Well, and you obviously can't make this event happen without volunteers. I know there's lots of hard workers with the foundation itself getting things, up and running too. But how important are volunteers to this event?
They're huge, honestly. So that was one thing. I just posted something on my personal Facebook last night, and we'd be remiss not to say acknowledge the volunteers that come down and help us out time after time again. So we are so thankful to our generous sponsors, obviously, to Synovus Energy, Synergy Credit Union, Boundary Forward Gives, as well as Canadian Natural, but all of our sponsors, but all of our volunteers, and all of our teams. There is 18 teams that have around 10 people each. That's 180 people that are taking the day off work tomorrow to come down to help us raise money for a cause that is so near and dear to so many people's hearts. As well as we have an amazing staff, and with Kat and Brenda and their execution of this event, I can't be more grateful for how well executed they do everything. So
All right, ladies. Well, thank you for joining me. And Kat, I'll just go back to you for one last time. Again, all the information, when it starts, when it ends, where it is, and where people can find information on Dodge for a Cause tomorrow.
Yes, so it starts tomorrow, 9 a.m. at the Hoop Factory, which if you've never been to the Hoop Factory, it's on the south end of town, just beside the brand new co-op car wash that's been built. So you can come down, you can watch live in person, you can tune in to our Facebook page or our YouTube page, and we will be live streaming the entire 12 hours. And if you'd like all this information, the easiest place to go is to lrhf.ca/gift-to-health.
All right. Thanks again, ladies, for joining me. Good luck tomorrow. We're going to be sending some of our crew over to watch all you guys in action as well. So have a great day tomorrow. And thanks again for chatting with me.
Thanks for having us.
Big Brothers Big Sisters has a few ways you can give back this holiday season. Abby St. John has more on the 2 Christmas fundraisers going on now.
I'm happy to be joined here today by Jacqueline Weed from Big Brothers Big Sisters of Lloydminster. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thanks.
Now, Big Brothers Big Sisters has 2 Christmas fundraisers going on. One we've talked about before, the Light the Lights campaign, and then you also have a Christmas shopping table set up to start. The Light the Lights campaign has been going on for a few weeks now. How has it been going, and how can people get involved?
Yeah, so the Light the Lights campaign is part of our Ignite a Little Sparkle holiday campaign. And actually Big Brothers Big Sisters of Saskatchewan does this as a all the agencies do it in Saskatchewan, just in different ways. We're all doing the Ignite a Little Sparkle holiday campaign, and they kicked theirs off yesterday. So our Light the Lights campaign runs, anybody that makes a donation in from now until December 20th gets at least 1 light bulb on a strand of lights. And then when that strand is full of light bulbs, then we plug it in and light it up. And as of Friday, we're about halfway. We've got the whole one side of the office lit up, and now we're working on the second side. So it's doing very well, but still, obviously, people can get us their donations. They can e-transfer us, and they could get us the information from us. They can drop off their donation. They could mail it, but we won't get it right away. So if they're wanting their bulbs right away, then they could stop by or just give us a call and we can work something out.
That's wonderful, being halfway through already and then having half of it already filled. I think that is wonderful and fantastic. And hopefully that does continue into the last few weeks as well. Now, the Christmas shopping table is back and it has started today. For those who don't know what it is, what is the Christmas shopping table?
We started it during COVID as a way to just to continue with fundraising when we had to be distanced and stuff like that. And so what we do is we have items that people have donated or maybe things that Big Brothers Big Sisters is providing, and we set up a table in our lobby. And for the next 3 weeks, we'll have items that people can buy for their Christmas shopping. So, kind of like a garage sale, and really garage sale prices. But the items are either very new or very, very gently used. So, yeah, so this week we've got some Christmas stuff, some household items, some puzzles, some science projects or kits, So it just every day we do restock. So we don't do a complete restock, but we fill in where the items have been sold. And then we post the pictures on our Facebook page every morning at 10. People can start shopping and they can shop until 4 o'clock.
That is a very unique and fun fundraiser and a fun way to get some last minute shopping done, as well as also supporting a great cause, which is amazing. Now, can people donate items to be bought if they do see this and have gently used items or would like to go out and purchase some new ones to sell at the table? Can they do that? And if they can they go about, or how should they go about doing that?
Absolutely. If they have any items where they think, hey, I could participate in that, they can just drop them off at our office, and then we'll just feed them in to our sales tables as we go along.
That sounds wonderful. Now, both of these fundraisers end on December 20th. Just as a reminder, how can people donate to them?
Right. So donations of $20 or over gets a tax receipt. So, but I mean, you could donate $5 and still get a light bulb. So no limit, no amount is specified, just whatever. It's a good way for kids to participate, families, seniors, classrooms. You could do it in memory of somebody or as a gift for that person that has everything. We could take a picture of the bulb and send it to you or send it on your way. So, it makes it easy for anyone to access, and they really just need to give us a call or message our Facebook page and we can get them all the information that they need.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. The Light the Lights campaign has been going well, and hopefully that continues. And I wish you the best of luck for the Christmas shopping table as well. So thank you.
Awesome. Thanks.
That's all for news. Sports is next, but first, here's a look at your closing market.
Today's oil prices are brought to you by First General Services.
And now a look at your lovely pets of the day.
We want to see your pets. Send photos of your pet and their name to have them featured on Pet of the Day.
For all of us here at Primetime Local News, I'm Thomas Wildman, and have a great rest of your day.